fight to survive, starting 1775. Let's take a look at how this war began. A war for independence in a foreign land. We were 13 colonies back then, my friend. America was little more than just an idea in the minds of many. The signs were plenty, independence in the air, and the time was ready. They threw tea in the harbor, the climb was steady, increasing toward a conflict between the king and the people who didn't feel equal. No representation to speak through. This is when things came to a peak. No king came to speak, and the taxes kept coming. Redcoats kept shooting, people kept running steadily. The Boston Massacre was March 5th, 1770. A date for you to remember. 5 years later, it was war in Lexington Center. The king's men never saw Paul Revere enter. Redcoats versus rebels. In churches and meadows, the battles raged like wildfire. Nobody fired till you see the whites of their eyes. It was a fight to survive, starting 1775. Redcoats versus rebels. In churches and meadows, the battles raged like wildfire. Nobody fired till you see the whites of their eyes. It was a fight to survive, starting 1775. April 18th, 1775. The British planned to steal rebel supplies from Lexington and Concord, leave the colonies conquered. But Paul Revere got word and told all of his soldiers, so it was war now. When the Redcoats arrived, there were 77 rebels there waiting to die for their freedom. Vanquished the king's men, turning back to Boston with the spanking in the blink of an eye. Nobody fired till they saw it. Move accordingly in Bunker Hill, the colonies lost but never forfeited. George Washington, the general, had tricks up his sleeve and pulled him out 2 days after Christmas Eve. In Delaware, the Redcoats, no telling where he was on the river. He won the Battle of Trenton, the year was 1776. 1777, they raised the stakes. Redcoats versus rebels. In churches and meadows, the battles raged like wildfire. Nobody fired till you see the whites of their eyes. It was a fight to survive, starting 1775. Redcoats versus rebels. In churches and meadows, the battles raged like wildfire. Nobody fired till you see the whites of their eyes. It was a fight to survive, starting 1775. The British won in Germantown, the colonies in Saratoga. They formed alliances with France and Spain and camped out at Valley Forge in the winter 1777. By no means this war was over. September, the destiny of the colonies was coming together when the French defeated the British at the Battle of Chesapeake. October 19th, 1781 was when the war was won. General Cornwallis surrendered at Yorktown underneath the Virginia sun. The British left and independence belonged to the colonies. That's why I'm here to write this song too. April 15th, 1783, the second treaty of Paris was formed to oversee how America would be created overseas. From south of Canada to north of Florida, they declared this land America. Redcoats